Welcome back to Tar and Muffin Studios. I'm your host. Mayonnaise is most definitely an instrument. Betrayal! I have felt it ultimately. I have felt heartbreak. Pure, utter, unadulterated, sad. You see, earlier today, I made a discovery. For this discovery to make sense, I'm going to have to rewind the clock a little bit. Back on Mother's Day, I decided to make my mother-in-law something very special. You see, when she was a little girl, somebody who was very special to her told her, in a time where she didn't feel too confident about her own personal look, as we all do at some point. I still feel that way. I felt that way since I was in the womb. That person told her that the moon follows beauty. And of course, no matter where you go, it seems as though the moon is following you. So growing up, the moon has always been very special to her. It's a very sweet story, especially when she tells it to you because it's really important to her. So me, being the dopalicious bro I am, I decided to hand make her a plaque. So I went to Michael's. I got a nice piece of wood. I found some spray paint. I found some actual paint. I got a plaque together that I spray painted black. I put some little stars on it, a little heart. The heart was supposed to be a moon, but it didn't happen. So I just turned it into a heart because a heart was easier to make than a circle, which is kind of sad. But hey, don't judge me. I'm not an artist. I spent the whole day on this thing. Just putting layers, getting the letters to look just right. I even got some stencils so that I myself wouldn't mess up the letters because I only got one plaque of wood. I put on it, "The moon follows beauty." I nailed that. Now, I was really proud of this gift. Whenever I work really hard on a gift, I'm usually proud of it. I like to give gifts that make people happy. I don't like to give gifts to people and turned out that they don't like it. Because that's a sucky feeling. Oh! You got me some moisturizing soap. Thanks! I'm not that kind of guy. I like to give better gifts than that. Oh! Today, I was over at my mother-in-law's house, and the dog in the crate, which happens to be in her room, was barking and wanted to come out. So I decided to be a helpful boy and go let the dog outside. So I walk into the room, open the cage, pet the dog, let the dog outside, and I twist around to head out the door. On my way out the door, I noticed the plaque. She kind of leaned it up against the wall in a nice little spot so you could see it. And I noticed something. I noticed something's very wrong with this plaque. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I done goofed. In my hurried state, trying to make this plaque as fast as possible, because I kind of thought of it last minute. We had this big thing that we were doing over at her house that night, and I decided to make this the morning of, and so I had to do everything that day, and so I was kind of in a rush. Why? Needless to say, I misspelled a part of the plaque. The moon follows Beatty. The moon follows Beatty. I showed 7 people this plaque before I gave it back to my mother-in-law. Not a single one of them told me I misspelled beauty. I said Beatty instead! Worst part about it is 3 of them noticed. But they didn't say anything because they didn't want to hurt my feelings? What? I showed my fiance, her brother, her sister's husband. I took a picture and I sent it to my stepmom and my dad. I looked at it over and over again. I'm pretty sure I sent that picture to my best friend. None of them saw it or said anything about it. My mother-in-law saw it instantly. She didn't want to say anything about it because she didn't want to hurt my feelings. But I would have rather someone said something about it than just everyone let me do it. And then my fiance figured it out when my mother-in-law showed her, but she still didn't say anything because they both decided they didn't want to say anything in order to save my feelings. So everyone knew what was going on except for me. I can't believe I've been left out of this. Speaking of, my sister-in-law just walked past the window. They live down the block and she's probably getting something and she hears me screaming and probably is trying to figure out what's wrong. So I'm going to have to go talk to her about this just to make sure she knows everything's okay. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, my anger is at an unmeasurable point right now. It is at peak mad, and I'm so mad. Much mad. Probably gonna take some advice from my buddy Kyle and go drink a Monster and punch some drywall now. Really express my feelings the proper way. Like the video, subscribe. You don't have to. Actually, I'm in a mood where I don't care. So share it with friends if you want to share my pain with more people. That I would appreciate so that everybody knows to just be